autumn fragrances for both women and men. We're just going to go through them. We're going to do celebrity, designer, and niche today. Ooh, I just want to take a moment to appreciate the breeze. It's so beautiful. I love autumn. I think we all do if you're here. So let's hop into it. Hi Habibi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you. So for the first one, I'll just start off with my scent of the day, even though technically it's not part of the list. But we have here Chanel number 19 EDT. This I just recently got. One of my all-time favorite fragrances is Chanel number 19 EDT, but I specifically mean the vintage one. And when I opened up my atomizer case, I saw I was running extremely low on it. So I had to get the new modern version because I want to just cherish the amount that I have left. There is definitely a stark difference between that and this one. I can definitely tell they used real oak moss in there. I don't know if they did, but it definitely feels like they used real oak moss, and it's heavier and weightier. And it blows my mind in like the vintage fragrances, the quality of the products they use and just the weight, but also the preservation of it. Because when I bought that in an estate sale, I think 8 years ago, but when I actually sat down to think about it, I think it might have been 9.5 years ago, from an estate sale. From then to here, it retained and preserved the integrity and quality of the fragrance. Granted, I kept it in a completely locked, enclosed, I guess, temperature safe area. And is also in an opaque bottle. But all of that aside, I was getting really scarce. I just had to get a new one. I'm happy with this. I love Chanel number 19. It is my scent of the day. But I just wanted to note out there's a huge difference in terms of like the strength and the quality of the oak moss from this one to that one. So that's my scent of the day. To me, this is all year round. So now let's actually hop into the list. We'll start with the celebrity fragrance. And the reason why I use, I guess, quotes in the air, because this is not what you think of celebrity fragrance. This is Fenty EDP from Rihanna. So the name of the perfume is called Fenty, but it's also the name of the perfume, Fenty EDT. Now, there has been a rumor circulating for years that Rihanna, Riri, wore Killian's Love Don't Be Shy as her signature scent. Now, I know that Rihanna, you know, some people just look like they smell good. Riri definitely just comes off as one of those people that take pride in her appearance and how she smells. So she definitely comes off as somebody that smells good. But if you actually pay attention to her personality, for some reason that rumor, if you will, never clicked with me because it was incongruous to her personality. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure it smells good, but like it doesn't suit her personality, and I don't really think she's going around smelling super sweet. There's nothing to do wrong with smelling sweet. I'm just saying it didn't suit who she was. And then she dropped something like this, and everybody was kind of scratching their head like, a brown bottle, a labelless bottle, patchouli, rose. It's not what anybody was expecting. And when I first smelled this, I did not like it. I mean, not that I didn't like it, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was as simple as that. I didn't quite understand it. And then I realized that I think might have been Rihanna's point, that you think you know her. I'm sure she heard the rumor, right? I'm sure she said, you know, her stuff going on the internet, that's her signature scent. And if I was her, I would have been like, that's not my signature scent. What the heck does everybody think, you know? I don't like sweet scents. And then she drops this, labelless and all the things. And this is so out of the box of a celebrity fragrance, it blows my mind. This is rosy, it's patchouli, it's musky, there's a little bit of sweetness from fruits without being juicy. It's like desiccated fruits, almost like you extracted the flavor and a little bit of the sweetness from the fruits, blueberries and orange, but you didn't take any of the cloyingness or I guess the juiciness of it. So it's like a dry scent, and I really enjoy the earthiness in here. And the only reason why I bought this, I took the sister of my grandmother shopping when I was in New York, and the sales associate on Sephora was so kind to her. I just bought it to support her because this is the one she was telling me about because she knew I liked rose. So whatever, I just bought it to support her. Didn't like it, but now I appreciate it in a whole new way. And 100%, I think the bottle also was not coincidental. This is totally a unisex fragrance. If you like earthy, musky, rose scents, but not sweet. You really need to check this out. Fenty EDP, I'm talking too long on this, but it blew my mind when I actually sat down to think about it. I think that was her whole point, to do something people weren't expecting, and people thought they knew her, right? Killing's Love Don't Be Shy. And she's probably sitting there like, that's not what I smell like. And then she dropped this on us and confused the hell out of everybody. And celebrity fragrances typically, not always, typically are made to appeal to the masses. When this was created, I believe Jacques Cavalier created this, was the nose for this. They wanted to do something that was more for a different nose, and I think mission accomplished. And I have another perfume from Louis Vuitton called Matière Noire. They're not alike, but there is something similar in this perfume to that perfume. It's like, and then I realized Jacques Cavalier is also the nose for that one. So anyway, I say all of that to say this is a really sophisticated fragrance, out of the box of a celebrity fragrance. So if you were scared to try this, one, because you heard maybe a lot of people saying it's not that good, or people maybe hyping it up to the point where it kind of doesn't make sense. This is more of a contemplative sense. Chances are you're not going to like it when you first get it. So I'm not even going to front with you like that. For me, it was a slow burn, right? And once the embers kind of light, you can't go back. Fenty EDP spent way too much time on that. Okay, next one is a designer. Yes, this, in my opinion, is unisex. This is marketed for females. I've only heard females talk about it to other females, but I think this is totally wearable by men who like oriental roses. This is Chopard Love. The nose was Alberto Marias. Oh God, this is... I bought this when it first released from the Chopard website, but now it's being sold for $30 on Joma Shop. If you are curious about this and you want to try it, I actually think it's worth the $30 investment if you like rose or you like oriental roses. And men, you really need to try this. I don't really think you can go wrong here. It is 4 levels of roses. There is patchouli in here, so it gives it weight. There's cinnamon, there's honey in here. So I think the honey and the cinnamon, and I think there's some white florals all the way in the dry down, but prominently rose, musky, totally oriental, Middle Eastern leaning, 100%. A little pepperiness in here, I think, along with that cinnamon, and I absolutely adore this. Absolutely adore this, and actually regretted getting the 1 ounce bottle. But before I jump the gun and get another one, I just want to work through what I have, and this is optimal for autumn and winter because it is a heavier scent and it is really strong, so a little bit goes a long way. But men, don't be scared by the red bottle and the feminine looking bottle and all the things, and only women talk about it. Just listen to me very closely. If you love rose, if you love Middle Eastern rose, Oriental rose, the smaller bottle looks a little less intimidating than the larger bottle because that does look more feminine if you're self-conscious about that. Try the 1 ounce Chopard Love. Thank me later. Moving on to the next one, we have another Chopard here, completely coincidental, but this is the one that I just have been reaching for so much. This is Chopard Cedar Malaki. I don't know if you can see, oh, the light's better here. Okay, yeah, so Cedar Malaki. This, again, the nose is Alberto Marias. Oh, did you catch the light there? You see, it's a green bottle here. Pretty much anything in this line I love. Rose Maliki is one of my favorites. But this, oh God, this is so freaking good. This is unisex, leaning a little masculine. So if you like unisex scents, or you don't mind a little masculine touch to your perfume, ladies, don't be scared because this is marketed to men. Don't let that stop you. If you like those scents, I highly recommend you like it. You try it if you like green scents, right? There is lavender in here. There's labdanum. And so it gives it a sweet syrupiness. No, let me take that back. It gives it natural sweetness without being cloying, without density. It feels like you're on the outside, but it's kind of toned down. And there's also lavender in there, so it gives it a slight, fresh, sweet soapiness. But it's not too much that it comes overly barrenly like barbershop. And I think it's because of that good amount of labdanum in the opening makes it a sweetness that's wearable for women as well. So if you're a woman that likes a little bit more aromatic smells, a little bit more green to your fragrances, I highly suggest that you try this out. It was released earlier this year and I just adore the bottle. So optically, it's beautiful. The packaging, I mean, the weight of this top, just look at that. For God's sake, look at that. So this is Chopard Cedar Maliki. It's great for the autumn time, and I just enjoy wearing this so much. So highly recommend. And I think you can get this on Shop for about $50-$60. A really good bargain. Okay, I think we're done with the designers. Now we're gonna get into the niche one. So the first one we have here is Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka Cologne Intense. This is pretty straightforward. It is pretty much what it sounds like. There is myrrh in here. I believe there's vanilla. At least I'm smelling vanilla. And here's another lavender forward scent. I get very much lavender on the opening, but it leans a little bit more sweet lavender. This is just so gorgeous. And I wasn't nuts about it when I first sprayed it, but then I let it sit on my skin. Then it did its thing, you know? I typically only wear this in New York, but I don't know. I just wanted to wear it for right now. Men, if you like myrrh, if you like lavender, you definitely need to try this. Don't be intimidated by the fact that it's a Jo Malone scent. This is a little pricey. I think it runs, I feel like I'm going to speak out of my bum, but like, just Google it. Just Google it, for goodness sake. I think it's about $120. You can buy it directly on the website. Maybe you can find it on a discounter. Just Google, see what you can find in your area. So anyway, great for autumn. Myrrh and Tonka, vanillic, myrrhy, resiny, little witty, lavender. Perfect, clean, unoffensive. All right, next one. I'm bringing this over from my last year's list as well. This one, it's either a love or a hate or a slow burn. But for me, it was an immediate love. It is Bee by Ellis Brooklyn. I have to stop and pause because sometimes I say Perry Ellis. My bad. I don't know why I do that. Ellis Brooklyn Bee, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is honey. I bought something from Sephora, I think last year, and I got a sample of this, and it was an immediate love for me. Honey, Divana, I think like wheat or grain in here. There has to be cinnamon. I'm smelling cinnamon. Let me spray a little. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh my God. There's rum in here. This really strong boozy note on the beginning. It has to be rum because it's like, it's sweet and boozy. I guess it makes sense. Honey. And there's a Divana note I think kind of trips people up. I'm going to say what I said last year. Just stick with it. It might confuse you a little bit when you smell it because some people might not appreciate the smell of Divana. It has like a green edge to it. But let it play down on your skin, that vanilla, that honey, that booziness, the spiciness. It just does magic. And even if you think you hate it, I think it's still worth a try of trying again. Going into a store, spraying it on your skin, or getting a decant or a sample and giving it another shot. And just let it do its thing with your skin chemistry. This is a beautiful honey, vanilla, wheat smell. And there's something about that wheat. It sounds so weird, but it gives it this comfort and slight creaminess to it that I absolutely adore. And you don't need that much with this. I think the power with this one, to appreciate the beauty of it, less is more with Bee. And men, if you like spicy honey scents, I highly recommend that you go out there into Sephora and try this out on your skin. And if you can't do that, try getting a sample. I was about to do again, Perry Ellis. Ellis Brooklyn by, Bee by Ellis Brooklyn. Recommend. Okay. Oh, we have one more. This one's a pricey one. I am very sorry. I think it runs almost, I'm not going to make you, just Google the price. I'm not even going to get into that here. So this one is La Capitale by Xerjoff. Now this one, this is a special fragrance. And here's another one. A little bit goes a long way. You only need maybe four, okay? On the official website, it lists that there's oud in here, but for me, I don't get any oud. This is strawberry. This has peach, so it's fruity, a little syrupy without being dense. I don't know how they do that. There is a leather note listed, but I said this early in the year when I first smelled it, and I hadn't heard anybody say it at that time. It's not leather to me. It comes off as suede. So even if you think you're scared of leather and you're willing to pay the money on it, if you like it, after you sample it, I think this is well worth the foray. And there's a note in here that's not listed, but I don't get oud. However, I get incense in this. And when I looked at the notes, I was a little stunned that there was no incense note listed for this particular fragrance. Shocked me a little bit. So yes, it is sweet, but that, I'm going to say, suede feel, that incense feel, there's benzoin in here, so you have that vanillic that kind of balances out on the beginning. And it is a little bit, sweet on the beginning because of the caramel and the strawberry, but it settles out, balances out, and there's even a little bit of oriental touch in here. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of how I interpret it. And I feel like that suede kind of balances, gives it weight. So if you're patient enough to go past the beginning, I feel like it ends up balancing out, weighting out to a really beautiful unisex fragrance if you're willing to wait out that strong strawberry and peach note on the opening. For me, I absolutely love it. This is nothing like trying for Bacchus, but if you like that kind of scent as a man, you don't mind a strong, fruity, sweet opening, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? La Capitale. I mean, you could be waiting because of the price. She's a pricey one. She pricey. But if you love it, it's a forever love, You can see the dent. Trust me, for this, how strong this bloody fragrance is, that's it. It's a huge dent. You know what I mean? But I haven't worn it since like late or early spring. So when it was still cold, so early spring, when it was still cold and I was still wearing a jacket. God, this is gorgeous. Compliments galore. Compliments galore. People are going to go nuts, okay? So be careful. Oh, I think I'm done. So great, we're under 20 minutes. Just do a recap. My scent of the day is Chanel number 19. It's a toilette. This is the newer modern version because I am being very stingy now with my vintage version. I'm holding it on to with my dear life. We have Fenty EDP and my whole big commentary and appreciation and slow burn love for Fenty EDP by Fenty. Chopard Love, yes, is marketed to women, feminine bottle, men if you love oriental roses or roses in general, and you're experimentative by nature. Chopard Love, Joma Shop, about $30 for the 1 ounce. Another Chopard Cedar Malaki. Women, don't be scared of the masculine bottle or the masculine marketing. If you like aromatic scents, God, so freaking good. Get your nose on it. Malone, Myrrh and Tonka, Cologne Intense, and last but not least, Bee by Ellis Brooklyn. I don't know why that keeps making me pause. Alrighty, thank you, my friends, so much for being here. I'm really excited to hear what you guys will be wearing this fall. If there's anything here that you love, haven't tried, that you're curious to try, is there anything that you want to recommend to me that I can get my nose on or sample, or maybe go into Sephora and check out, because I will. Even if it's a masculine forward fragrance, still sure, not a big deal. Yeah, and I hope you guys are doing well. And I'm going to go and get a lot of things done, hopefully. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And just a gentle reminder, the sweetest fragrance we will ever wear are not these perfumes, but our behavior. And another gentle reminder, please find somebody to thank today, even if it's for something small. And more importantly, take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching this video, that means we made it into yet another day. And even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.